Hey guys, welcome back to another book review video, and today we are going to be reviewing the newest book, well actually the first book in the Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid series, presumably. This might be a new series that Jeff Kinney is going to write alongside the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, but I'm not sure yet. But from the way people have been talking about this book and, the amount of copies that I think it's sold so far, I think there's a good chance that this book is going to get a sequel, but only time will tell. So, looking at the first book here, this is Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid, Rowley Jefferson's Journal, and that should really say Heffley. No, I'm just kidding, guys. If you've seen my review of the 13th Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, The Meltdown, you'll know that I accidentally referred to Rowley as Rowley Heffley instead of Rowley Jefferson. And a lot of you guys left comments letting me know, so, thank you for that. I probably would not have figured that out if you guys hadn't told me. But, my mistake. This is Rowley Jefferson's Journal, and this is a new book by Jeff Kinney, a new series. And here on the cover we've got Rowley. I guess this is the way that he draws himself. And it's really interesting looking. Up here we've got a picture of Greg saying, "Hey, he copied me." So yeah, that's really interesting. Going on to the spine here, we've got the title once again, and Kinney. And then we've got the Amulet Books logo, and we've got a picture of Rowley's little doodle of himself right there. Really nice. And then on the back, I like how it's like a little comic book or mini comic. It says, "Hi, my name is Rowley Jefferson, and this is my book. Now I have a diary just like my friend Greg. It's a journal. I called my book Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid because that's what my dad always says about me. You are an awesome friendly kid. Even though this book is about me, it has a whole lot of Greg in it because he is my best friend. Sometimes my parents say things that make me think they don't feel the same way about Greg as I do. We do not like Greg. Anyway, I hope you like my book because I worked real hard on it, and I hope my friend Greg likes it too. He totally stole my idea." So, really interesting description. Down here we've got the information for Amulet Books and some of the purchasing information. I got this book for about $10 off of Amazon, so yeah. So, looking at the inside of the book, when you open it up to this cover, you've got like this nice little blue paper with Rowley's face all over and a bunch of stars. So already the design of the book is different. And then usually where there's just a picture in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, down here it's Rowley introducing himself. Then you open it up, and then you got Rowley introducing some of the other Wimpy Kid books. And then here we have the title once again, and Rowley saying, "I wrote the words and drew the pictures all by myself without any help from a grown-up." And then Greg down here, he's like, "Okay, then who's this guy?" And pointing to Jeff Kinney's name. I thought that was pretty funny. Then moving on, we've got some of the publishing information, and then Rowley down here saying, "Here's some boring stuff they made me put in here." And then usually where they say who the book is dedicated to, we've got Rowley and Greg down here talking about stuff. And then after that, you jump right on into the story. But we're going to skip ahead to my favorite page, which is page 12. And it's when Rowley is talking about how he met Greg for the first time. And he's talking about how his mom got him a book titled How to Make Friends in New Places. And he tries out a knock-knock joke on Greg, but Greg doesn't get it at all, so he's like, "Knock, knock." "Hey, I said knock, knock." "Did you hear me say knock, knock?" "Mom, there's some weird kid at the door." So, it's really interesting to see Rowley's take on how they first met, and I just thought it was really funny, and it really adds to the origin of Greg and Rowley's friendship. So, yeah, what did I think of this book? This book is actually really funny. It's really interesting seeing the story of Diary of a Wimpy Kid from somebody else's perspective. It reminds me a lot of sort of like the old Tom Sawyer books by Mark Twain. There was Tom Sawyer, and then his friend Huckleberry Finn also had his own story that kind of, I guess, coincided with Tom Sawyer's story. But yeah, it was really interesting. This is basically what Jeff Kinney's doing with this series, and it's really cool. It's really nice. I gotta say, the writing is really strong in terms of Jeff Kinney's ideas. Like, he's got some really interesting ideas for this series, and it's really interesting to see Greg from somebody else's point of view, and to have a story that isn't from Greg's point of view. And you could really see that Greg is really kind of an interesting character. He's a lot more jerky in this book, and it's really interesting to see that. Like, Greg is just a really interesting character to read about, because it's crazy. He's got layers to him, and I really applaud Jeff Kinney for writing this book and just kind of showing us a different side of Greg and showing us a different side of Rowley, and it's just really interesting, and I really do hope that he does continue to make more books like this, because it's just a really interesting read. This book is also really funny as well. Like I said, there's a lot of jokes in this book, a lot of situational things that Greg and Rowley get themselves into that are actually pretty funny and really interesting to read. So yeah, if you're a big fan of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I highly recommend this book, and you know, I definitely just recommend picking up this book in general, because it's something new, it's something different for the Wimpy Kid series, and I really would like to see more like this. So supporting this book will hopefully get us more stories like this one. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this book. I highly recommend it. But before we go, I just wanted to do a little comparison with the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, just to kind of show you what it looks like. There are the spines. And then here are the backs. This is an older copy of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. But yeah. And then also, just for fun, we've got book 13, The Meltdown, just so I show you what the hardcover comparison looks like. They're about the same size, and both books series have the same amount of pages. But yeah. So that is Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid. If you guys have read it already, let me know what you thought of the book down in the comments below. And if you haven't read it already, go ahead and leave a comment saying like what you want to see in this story, and just make a prediction of what the story is about. But yeah, other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching this book review video, and I will see you guys in the next book review video. Later.